Hey, good evening, everyone out there, and thank you for joining us for this special event broadcast. Joining me tonight, I know most of our fans are not going to believe this, but out of retirement is our dear friend, the Italian scallion, Paul DeGracco.
Out of retirement and with a cocktail.
I tell you what. And filling in for the GOAT, who's out on sick leave. He is sick and hugging a bathroom toilet probably as we speak. Is a newest member of this smoke-in family, here to shake and bake our man, Richie Garcia. Richie, welcome.
How we doing, everyone?
Your first smoke-in broadcast.
First one, popping that cherry.
Popping the cherry.
I feel so less manly with Rich on here, man. He's got such a deep voice. He's like a guy's guy.
Well, if you join us for a special broadcast, we have a very special guest today. We are going to be talking to him about the third and final Great Smoke limited release. These are limited projects.
Exciting.
We worked with some of the top manufacturers in our industry to make something very special for the Great Smoke. And joining us tonight to talk about our third and final release is Willy Herrera from Drew Estate. Willy, welcome.
Man, been a while.
It has been a while, man. It's always too long. How you doing, my friend?
Everything good, man. You know, just doing a little bit of everything, man. Juggling life, you know. Things get hectic in the beginning of the year.
It doesn't get easier, does it? Right?
I thought it would with one out of high school and the other one starting. I'm like, I already know how it's going to be. Yeah, no, it doesn't work that way.
Oh, don't say that, Willie. What are you doing to me, man? I got a 5 and 3 year old and my wife's pregnant.
I'm prepping you. I'm giving you a heads up.
It doesn't. Life, work. It doesn't, man. Listen, I have way more employees than I've ever had in my career, way more resources, and I'm working harder now than I ever did. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't work that way. Or I'm missing the formula. I have not cracked the code. I'll tell you that.
Well, hey, if you crack it, let me know, man.
I have not cracked that code. So, Willie, we're going to talk to you about this special release. So, you know, this nickname that Jonathan Drew gave me has been around 2008, 2006, maybe 2004, 6. It's been around for a long
It was
time.
before me, so it's
I'm going to 2004, 6. I mean, easy. Technically, our first microblend before we ever had microblends, we had made a exclusive acid release called Ming, and Smoke-In was the first to have it. I think before we even had our web store open, people were calling us from all over the country. It became real popular, went national, and then many years later, when Steve Saka came on board, we relaunched it in a double wrapped bellicoso and called it Ming Dynasty. So to do this special project, and especially being Chinese New Year, the theme, right, Year of the Dragon, they released a special size version of the Undercrown. I need to take off my thing when I do this. It never works
with the
out
background. The virtual background doesn't work.
well. My desk is all messy. I got crap all, but I mean, look at this beautiful packaging. This is an Undercrown 10 Ming edition, 5x54. This is a thick box. These are big boy cigars.
It's a chunky cigar.
It is a chunky cigar. Some beautiful story back there about Ming and Smoke-In and our relationship with Drew Estate. And I'm getting ready to light mine up. I know Richie's probably already lit his up. Paul, you're at home. You don't get one.
I have a couple of Drew Estate cigars in here that I can enjoy once I get out of these.
You have a pretty cool secondary band.
Oh, wow. Man, if there were a cigar worthy of the Chinese New Year, man, that's gorgeous. I love it.
Right. So it's some pretty cool stuff there. So, I mean, Willie, why don't you tell us a little bit about this size and project?
Man, so, it's like you said, it's a special size. It was retweaked, for that format, that 5. I thought it was 5 1/4 by 54. Is it 5 1/4?
I think the press release, or I think I read somewhere 5 1/4 by 54, but I threw my cello out. The cello says 5x54, so it can be 5, it can be 5 1/4. Sometimes they don't have the room to put the quarter in.
Yeah. Well, either way, it's a big.
Our teams are researching it now.
Our teams are researching it now.
So it's definitely tweaked for that size format, and it's just to go along with the size. That chunky, stout little size. The flavor profile is the same way. It's that meaty, chewy, mouthful of flavor. I mean, it smokes unbelievable, and that's coming from me. That's not even a big ring gauge guy. Everybody who knows me, I stick to those Lonsdales, the Coronas, the traditional Robustos 5x50. But this thing, man, it's got so much flavor. It packs such a punch that it was just a really fun project to work on.
It is a 5 1/4.
Now, if you're just joining us, let us explain. This is a Great Smoke exclusive. This was blended and made by Drew Estate exclusively for those participating in the Great Smoke 2024. Every year we work with some of the world's greatest manufacturers to make special projects for our event. And this year we had 3. Drew Estate was one of them. And pretty cool. And this is going to go live during this broadcast. If you have your ticket already, whether it's virtual or live, I want to go over this now because I'm sure everybody's going to go nuts. Whether you have your ticket, whether it's virtual or live, log into your account. You go to thegreatsmoke.com. There'll be a link there to enter the Great Smoke store, which you will find this release at. And I believe one of the 3 is still available. I think the first one sold out and is gone already. But that is the packaging and the thing. I mean, it really is a chunky, strong-looking, pretty impressive cigar. I mean, I'm telling you what, I'm taking this ring home. I'm going to make my son wear it to school. Ming. But I'm glad I got you on because we're going to talk a little bit about this before we go live. It'll go live soon, trust me. Because you said something, Willie, and I hear this a lot, and I don't think there's a better guy to ask this to kind of explain a little better. So I've often heard manufacturers say we've tweaked the blend to accommodate this size, or a Lancero, or a 64 ring gauge, like what's entailed in changing a blend to accentuate a certain size better?
Great question. Yeah.
Man, so anytime I'm blending a new cigar, I typically blend it in a Corona size. So it's either a 44, maybe sometimes I might do a 46, but most of the times like a 5 by 44.
But that's
And
a
for
personal
me,
preference, right, Willie? Like, not all
well,
blenders do that, or no? Is that more traditional?
I don't know what other
Okay.
guys do.
I know some people actually only do it with Toros.
Yeah, because
Well,
I think we asked this question quite frequently, so it doesn't seem to be like the standard. But from what you're saying, Corona is usually the number one answer. I would say.
I'll
But
tell you why for me I go with the Corona, because in that format is where I'm gonna get the most of what that wrapper's gonna play in the blend, what that binder's gonna play in the blend, and what the actual blend in the fillers are gonna taste like. For me, if we're working just on, say, a line of cigars that's going to be all big ring gauges. Let's say the smallest is going to start at a 52. We're going to have a 54. We're going to have a 60. Something just really large. Then I will start with like a Toro size. I'm not going to start in a Corona thing because there's no point for that for me. But for me, anytime I'm blending a line that's going to have all different sizes, Lanceros, Coronas, Robustos, Toros, I like to start with that Corona size, just so I could see what that wrapper plays in that blend, what that binder plays in that blend, and then together with the different fillers. Um, that's just what I like to do, and I get I get kind of zoned in once I do it with that size. Then I start blending up. And then to your question, Abe, you tweak it because you tweak your ligeros, you tweak your visos, you tweak your secos to accommodate now that bigger ring gauge. You need more tobacco. So you're not gonna just, oh, okay, we're going up to a 54 or a 56 from the biggest size in the lineup. Let's say is a 52. All right, just throw in two more leaves of seco. No, because then
Right.
you have this mild, bland cigar. So you have to put a little bit more of that ligero, whatever ligero is you're using, or a little bit more of that viso. It all depends on what the blend is. Some blends are more viso heavy, meaning you might have two different types of visos in that blend and just one type of ligero in that blend. So I might leave the ligero as is and put another half of one viso and another half of the other viso, which if I'm using two different countries of origin. So it all depends on the blend. But yeah, you don't just, oh, okay, let's just stuff more seco in there and fill up, the mold. So it's, you have enough tobacco for that mold. You got to look at what that blend, what is it supposed to taste like, and then you say, okay, these are the tobaccos that are in that blend. Let's raise this one. Let's leave this one. We'll leave this one alone, and so on and so forth.
And then you, in theory, leave a recipe for the rollers, right? I mean,
Mhm.
that becomes like, for this size, it's this amount of each type.
Oh yeah, every vitola is gonna have its own recipe.
Yeah.
One and a half, two, or two, one and a half. So depending what that vitola is, it's gonna be a different recipe. Yeah.
And your goal is to make sure that that different size tastes the same as that original blend that you came up with in the Corona, let's say, whatever you would start with. So whatever
Right.
you have to tweak to get there is what
Mm-hmm.
you do. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's why I like, anytime I'm working on anything new, I sit down on the table. I have the tobaccos that I'm going to use for that blend in front of me, and I'm actually making the cigar myself. So I know firsthand, okay, I only used half of this leaf. Okay, no, I used one and a half of this leaf. And, you know, I make the cigars, I smoke the cigars, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is good. Or I smoke, I'm like, oh man, no, this is just bitter. It's too much of this, too much of that. And then I'll do it all over again until I get it to how I want it to taste. and then it gets written down. Okay, here you go, guys. Now that's passed out. The recipe, like you said, gets handed out to all the moncheros, all the rollers.
So just think about this, just from like an outsider's perspective. You find the perfect blend. You find the artwork. You find like your masterpiece, and then you have to resize it into however many different vitolas that you have to resize it, and you could do that 3 or 4 times before you get it right. Like each, you're like, ah, this sucks. Damn it! How do we get back to where we were?
Yeah,
That must be madness sometimes, especially once you've really found like a blend. Because I know you go through phases, like when you're at this time of the year I'm into this. Right now I'm kind of into this type of tobacco. I'm kind of into this now. Like once you find what you're into, then and you find this perfect blend, now you have to kind of reinvent the wheel so that it still manifests itself in those different sizes, man. Woo.
oh, it's fun. It's
Yeah.
fun. Borderline frustrating sometimes, but that's the part that I like the best. That's the part that it's never a dull moment. It's the part that keeps thing okay. Let's do this. Let's try that. I don't get bored, and that for me is one of the most exciting parts of what I do, and keeps me always, on my toes. You know what I mean?
Hey, Richie, don't feel like you can't get a word in edgewise. Paul's like going through withdrawal. He's trying to make up because he had such a long hiatus from KMA that he's like flourishing with conversations.
Well,
and
plus
questions.
once when we have guys like Willy is a very good storyteller. Like I like, when last time we had him on, he really gave us the story of like him coming up in the business and stuff. He just tells great stories. So I like to hear the details from him, because a lot of people also, Willy, don't share information with us, right? Like some people are like hesitant to share like details
That's
with
just
us
you,
about.
Paul. You're sketchy.
Well, maybe it's me. They don't want to give me the
It's
juice.
just you. You're sketchy a little bit. So, Richie's got the biggest job tonight. He's sitting in for the GOAT, and he's got his finger on the button. So, for all you guys out there who have your Great Smoke virtual or live tickets, the TGS store is open now. Go, and the Drew Estate Undercrown 10 Ming edition is now available for all our Great Smoke ticket holders. If you don't have a Great Smoke ticket and you are watching this broadcast, you can go buy a virtual ticket no matter where you are in the country. Get an epic cigar package that'll be delivered to your home and watch the event from the comfort of your own home. Or you can get a ticket and come on down live, which is always the best way to go. But the cigars are officially on sale. We've had this tradition of one of our socialites and longtime patrons.
He's got to be number one.
If he did it again, I'm going to be shocked.
No way.
Hold on. There's one person before him, but I don't know. I got to click to see what they got. It could have just been a coincidental order of something else. Hold on. Stephen Pinkerton, the first patron in the country, in the world.
How the hell does he do it?
He is first. Seth Rosen came in a close second. So
next time tickets go on sale for something, I'm gonna hire him to get them for me so that he can
let
be on there
me tell you
first.
something. Virtual tickets for the Great Smoke sold out in like a little over an hour. It was like absurd. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Now, even our dear friend I know had been in the hospital sick. All right, he'd been out just for a few days, and when the tickets sold out, my phone, I stopped answering my phone. My phone got inundated from not just customers, guys in the industry, whatever, all who can get a VIP. And this guy, right out of the hospital, was the first guy to buy a VIP ticket for the Great Smoke. So I told him, look, if he could do it, you got no excuse. I mean, seriously. You had a whole hour. But, yeah, Stephen Pingot, congratulations. The record is alive.
Man, I need Steve's contact, man. I'm going to put him every time there's a Nike drop. See how he's able to get my shoes.
Listen, I don't know what his setup is. I don't know what he's using. But, like, literally, he is the first customer. I mean, I had my other screen open just to watch. And literally, there was an order that came in like a minute before him. And I wasn't sure, but that was for something else in particular. So he literally is the first one.
He could start a legitimate business like this.
I don't know what his secrets are, man, but he's definitely got a niche for it, so he's figured it out. So
well, so it's live now, the Ming.
It is live.
I've never had any iteration of the Ming, actually, believe it or not.
Well, this is the first iteration that's non-infused. So the last two iterations of Ming have both been under the acid label. This one
Okay.
is under the Undercrown label. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I normally smoke the Corona. I'm finding this one to be a lot more meatier. It really is.
It's
I mean, I
beefy.
can tell it's the same blend, but it's like,
A lot more of it.
right? Yeah, it's heavier.
Right.
Absolutely. I like the
Yeah.
size. This is a great
That's why I
smoke.
said it's that full mouthfeel. Every time you take a puff, it just coats your entire palate. And it's almost like you could chew the smoke that's in there. It's just so much flavor and body in there every time you take a puff. It's really good.
No, it really is. Wow.
I can't.
So,
It's hard
but-
to get a feel for the size because all three of you are giant human beings. So the big cigars look small in all three of your hands. So it's hard to really see.
it's just yeah. I mean, it does look small in my hand no matter what, but it's not. It's a thick cigar.
Well, you normally gravitate towards like Coronas and stuff like that.
I
think.
normally will smoke a
Yeah.
46, 48, mostly, 44, 48, 46. But no, this is probably going to be my favorite rendition of Ming, mostly because, I prefer a non-infused cigar. I hate to say it, but I prefer a non-infused cigar. I mean, I do. So this is really going to end up being my favorite rendition of them. I'm going to have to store a couple of these away. But it's good to see the name come back alive, and thank you for working on this project with us, Willie. It was pretty awesome, man. Awesome to see it come back.
Absolutely.
And the packaging is just really ornate and gorgeous.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It really is. It's a gorgeous box, man.
Yeah. Pretty stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So Willie, how are you feeling? I mean, we got the Great Smoke coming up in a couple weeks, and then like right after that, we're heading out to Vegas. How's the early trade show treating you, man? Are you guys all upside down like everybody else I've been talking to, or are you guys feeling ready?
We're always scrambling, man. Drew Estate. We like to leave a few things always to the last minute. But I would say mostly, everything, at least the bigger things, we're ready to go. I'm excited, man. It's been a few years, and for me, the PCA is always that one time you get to see everybody. All your buddies in the industry. Occasionally, you run into one here, one there when you're in different states, and you're visiting stores or you're doing an event in different stores or whatnot. But everybody's there, and so it's always nice to catch up, and so I'm looking forward to it.
What are your feelings on the timing?
Whoever
go
this
ahead.
is on YouTube, I just want you to know it's not sold out. It's definitely not sold out. You have to be a Great Smoke. If you didn't hear it speak, these are made exclusively for the Great Smoke ticket attendees. So these are located in a special store at www.thegreatsmoke.com. To get in that store, you have to be a TGS ticket holder. So I'm not sure. I can't tell by the YouTube name who it is, but if you don't, you can't go to our normal website to buy these. It's made exclusively for the Great Smoke attendees.
But if you go to www.thegreatsmoke.com, you can still buy tickets of some
You can still
variety.
buy a live or virtual ticket. And the virtual ticket, I'm telling you, the package is, I think, close to $400 value, and it's like $175 to get a virtual ticket. I'm going to try to look here. I don't know what he has in this box, but I didn't create it. Nope. Oh, well, this is the package. So this is what you get. You get this commemorative package. It has the ashtray cutter, lighter. There's a little Chinese New Year drum, and there's a little shot glass in the lower left corner, which you can't see. And there's 32 premium cigars, all by the top manufacturers in the industry. It's all in this one package. And to see what companies are involved, giving the cigars away, you can go to thegreatsmoke.com. All the manufacturers are listed there at the bottom of the page. But this is a cool addition, Willie, this year. So I know you've been to the Great Smoke many times. There's no more ticket books. People don't go around getting cigars. When they check in, this is the package they get. They get this. It'll have all the event cigars, which they'll give everybody at least another 45 minutes to an hour plus to enjoy the festivities, interact, talk to their favorite manufacturers, because they're going to all get this right away, right when they
That's
check in.
amazing.
That's a great
It
concept.
sounds like way more work for you, but
Always is.
yeah.
Advancement and improvement is always more work. When you figure out a way around that, let me know. It's sold out in the store. Hey, Rich, you're there. Can you check? Is there an issue there? He's getting up. Might be an issue. Site crash.
I'm looking at it. Rich left. He said, "Screw this! I got to get out of here." Hey, Willie, is there anything? I know, obviously, most of this stuff is kind of, but is there anything you can share with us about?
Okay, so there is a.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Richie flopped on his
Button pushing.
Yeah, our man Richie flopped on his premiere. So it's not sold out. Hang in there, everybody. Holy cow. Richie's gonna update. He had a finger fudge entering in the quantity. So
You guys should be able to purchase now. So go ahead
All
and
right.
see. You should be able to see it in stock.
Let's try that now, everybody.
yeah. This is
Go to the
available
TGS
now.
store.
It is available. It is not out of stock. Go to the Great Smoke store. If someone can just confirm that it's there now and they can see it, that would help us a lot.
Sean, I see you commenting and yeah, thanks a lot, Tommy. Yeah, it's my fault. Yes, I'll just take the blame for it, Tommy.
No. This one's all Richie's.
Stop it.
I'll take it. I
No,
got it.
it's the truth.
Blame it on the new guy.
You claim it on the new guy.
In my cart now. We're Marcus. I trust Marcus.
All right, there we go. We got it up.
Marcus knows.
We're good.
Okay. Whoo!
It was sold out because Richie entered a number that was a few hundred short of
Just a little.
what it was supposed to be.
It's somebody said Richie left off a 0.
Something like that.
A little bit worse.
Don't get me wrong. That would have
Okay.
been the biggest history of sellout. That
All right, they're all. Everybody's saying that they got it from the TGS
No,
store.
actually, the stuff during the digital experience, everything sold out like in 6 to 10 minutes. It was insane.
Yeah.
It was insane. All right, now we got them coming in. All right, thank God.
Perfect.
You know, it's funny because I was watching the orders in, and all of a sudden I see if Ryan Strupp, Ryan Carlson, Michael Sullivan, if you're listening, I could see their invoice totals came out as 0 because they must have had it in their cart when they went to go check out. It wasn't there, and we normally see that, but that must have been why the 0 started showing up. So it is there. It is available. Everybody are in. Everybody. All right. There.
Well, listen, it's a good problem to have that at least they let us know. That,
Oh, yeah.
What's the problem? But the smoking socialites will let you know immediately if something's not
absolutely.
right. So
It's not sold out again already. Don't say that, Marcus.
that's Marcus messing around. I'm gonna delete your comment, Marcus. I'm putting him. Yo, Marcus, you're going in timeout, buddy. I don't know what that
putting him in
means. It's YouTube
timeout.
talk. I put Marcus in timeout like my kids. Go stand in the corner. Stop talking trash.
I'll
We'll
tell
let
you
you
what,
talk
though,
in 5 minutes.
I love this. Actually.
Hold on. Hey. I got a couple people that are saying it's sold out again. It's impossible. Rich, do you need help? You want me to come over there?
No, let me see what we got.
No, guy. People, it's not sold out. It's not even close.
What does it keep on doing?
Well, if the order
Paul,
is being I
Paul,
got
keep
you.
everybody company for a second.
Yeah, if the order is being denied, I'll tell you. Just make sure that the address is right on the billing. Willie, let me ask you a quick question. Is there anything you can share with us? Now it's just you and me, man. Nobody else is listening. Don't worry. No, but seriously, is there anything you can share with what Drew Estate has planned? Because this is your first year back to the trade show as a company, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So listen, it's no secret that you guys do it up right at the trade show. So is there anything big that you can, or anything that you can at least tease us with that, like, you can't give us the details, or like, what can you tell us, I guess?
Dude, I'll tell you that it is going to be one really cool booth.
Okay.
You're going to see some stuff that hasn't been seen before,
Okay.
and I'm going to leave it at that.
All right.
But
That's awesome.
It's going to be pretty bad.
But for you to say that, having been with the company, and like, that means something because listen, I've never been to the trade show, but obviously
Really? You've never been over there?
I have never been. Listen, man, I don't leave my house. I stay in this little office here, but I have seen the videos. I've talked to Coop while he's out there. Like there's been some insane cool setups over there. So for you to say that, that's kind of a big deal. It looks
Yeah,
like the hamsters are working at the wheel there. Okay.
It's going to be cool. That's for sure, man. And, the vibe is going to be popping like always. Probably a notch up this year since it's our first year.
Music
back.
playing, right? Okay.
Woo! We're going to have a whole lot of people complaining. The music's too loud. We'll probably even get fined this year because of music, Anything is possible.
Oh my God. JD will love hearing that.
Oh,
He
man.
got fined for music.
All right.
I think
We
that's his
figured
goal
out-
this year.
We figured out exactly what the problem is.
Is it
Little
fixed?
process, but this won't happen again. We know exactly what caused it. Everything is back up. I hope everybody stayed on board, but it will not happen again. So we got it going. There was we entered inventory by stick counts, and he was entering them by bundle counts. So it was off by a
By a zero.
few thousand cigars.
Oh, that's all?
That's all.
Well, at least it was caught.
Oh yeah. Well, we thought Mark was kidding when it said it happened again.
Oh, no, I put him in timeout. How do I take him out?
I don't know. Why'd you put him in timeout? You could have just deleted the comment.
No, because it's through YouTube, they don't let you do that.
Oh,
Put him in
really?
timeout. Marcus, I'm sorry. Next time I'm scared to see him now. He might hurt me. I don't know. He's not a violent man, but who
Can't believe you
knows?
put Marcus in timeout.
I know. I got trigger happy. I haven't been able to like kick people out or ban people or it's fun having the power.
Well, I gotta tell you, I walked away. Cigar's still smoking great.
Oh, you put it down. You didn't bring it with
I
you.
was too busy. He had me on mute. You didn't hear all the yelling and screaming in the background?
No. I took you off the camera because I saw you getting a little heated.
Oh, my facial expressions would have been great. You should have left it on.
I got scared. I got scared for Richie. I'm looking out for you. I didn't want you to be like, I didn't want there to be proof of a crime.
I
or
am
something.
what I am, buddy. I am what I am.
We wanna
Listen,
make sure we have
if this don't make this kid's head fatter than it already is, I don't know what
Please.
will.
Steve, yeah, don't say anything.
It's all right. He's sick. I'm pretty sure he's not watching.
I texted him. He didn't respond to me, so
Nah,
he's
he's
gotta
sick.
be sick.
So nobody tell the goat. Otherwise, his head's going to get already fatter. He could barely get through the door as it is. No true.
Paul is
word.
drunk with power
He is
and
drunk.
with bourbon. Listen, we don't drink around my house anymore, but my wife is. Listen, she's due on February 11th. She's gonna pop any day now, so I'm taking every night that we don't have a baby. I'm gonna have a little sip of something to just calm my nerves because we're 3 kids is terrifying.
Oh, stop. Everything is always terrifying and scary for you, man.
Willie, you have 2 kids?
I got 2, man. I can't imagine having 3.
Yeah, see, that's how
I got 4.
And he would have had more if he was younger.
Rich, you want to go for 5? Do I hear 5? Do I hear 5? 5 going once. 5 going twice.
Hey, but we're all 4 easy.
I'm going to tell you the truth. You want to know the truth? You want to know the truth? The truth is, if we had our son first, we might have stopped having kids.
Right? Yeah.
See, my second one.
The girls were easy.
Okay.
The girls were easy, man. They were sweet. You gave them a coloring book, a doll. They sat in the corner. This boy, as soon as he could crawl, tore apart everything in the house. Took apart everything in the house. He listened the least.
Yep.
I've had dogs that are more obedient than this boy.
Oh,
I
100%.
love him, man. He's
That's
my
my
boy. He's
second.
son.
My second's the same way. We didn't plan to have any more children, but it happens, and here we are. I'm terrified that the third boy is going to be.
But my wife and I often talk about. We started late. We married late. I was in my mid 30s by the time we got early 30s, mid 30s by the time we got married, and whatnot. If we were younger, we probably would have had 2 more kids.
Whew.
Bro, what's the difference? You got 6 cutlets on the thing, you make 8 cutlets. I mean, it's
No, there's such a big difference. There's a huge
Nah.
difference between 2 and 3. I'm sorry. All my friends are like, once you have 2,
You're
it doesn't
such a
matter.
baby, Paul. My grandparents raised 10 on each side. My mom has 9 siblings, my dad, and they had no YouTube, no games, no consoles. They had nothing.
Yeah,
to stay
that's why
occupied.
they had nothing else to do, so they got to keep making babies, man.
Yeah,
What else are you
how
gonna
do
do?
you
You
think it was
can't watch
raising
TV.
10? Come on.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
I
know.
can't imagine. I can't imagine two of my younger ones. Oof.
More than
Now,
4
I'll
kids
tell you
is
what
mental
happens,
illness.
though. The boys, when they get older, they become a lot easier. The girls, when they get older, holy shit, man. When they hit the teenagehood and fuck, now's the headache starting. The boyfriends and this and that, and,
What do
now
you,
the headache
Willie? You
started.
have boys?
Both boys, yeah.
Yeah. So I
Dude,
remember
listen,
we talked about this.
my little one was so bad, is so bad. This kid, I don't know, he was maybe 3, maybe 4 at tops. The neighbors brought him back to the house twice. Okay. He figured out. So he walked out the front door the first time in diapers, just took off walking. Luckily, we lived like in a little gated community, so no traffic, no nothing like that. So he walked out, did a loop around the block, and one of the neighbors saw him, brought him back to the house.
Oh my god.
Then we're like, damn, okay, we got to put that other second lock up higher. He got one of the dining room chairs, dragged
Oh
it,
my god.
boom, climbed on top, undid, boom, and then again, the same neighbor, brought him back again a second time. Dude, this kid, and Abe, I'm sorry, bro. This kid is 14 now. It hasn't gotten easier, man.
That's,
Ah,
that's
Willie, you're terrifying me, dude. I have a 3-year-old that's kind of like that, and now I'm freaking
Paul,
out,
let's
dude.
face it. It's not like you got them in a high range. They're going to run you over, bro.
Stop
That-
it, man. I run a tight
Paul,
ship here.
Paul, I'm going to come by your house and you'll be underneath the golf cart one day. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. You'll be
Listen,
underneath
I'm the
golf cart.
disciplinarian in the house. I'm the hard ass.
Oh,
one,
God help them.
Believe it or not.
You're the disciplinarian. God help them. So this is so true. I mean, I realize now, especially after this last season with my son, I shorted my girls. I'm not really getting behind them and getting them in.
I saw that. You said you apologized to them, right?
I did. I apologized to Petra because look, I mean, he did tennis for a while, which seemed, I was into it, but I never pushed him to any of the other sports because they played violin and had their own thing. But my daughter did get expired. She starts in 2 weeks. Is her tryouts where they scout and they draft. So Petra's playing
What is she
basketball.
playing?
Basketball.
Baseball?
Signed up.
Oh, basketball.
Signed
Okay.
up. She got inspired by my son's season. She signed up. She's playing basketball. And my son's draft for flag football is February 24th. 9 in the morning, the day of the Great Smoke. So I either got to find an aunt that I didn't invite to the Great Smoke or somebody to take him over there.
My 5-year-old's doing soccer, but in our we live we have a gated community, but it's big. It's 2,400 homes, so we have a little soccer league here that one of the residents runs, which is great. So my 5-year-old's in that, and he's doing basketball at it's Upward Basketball, like the church basketball league. But he's doing both now, and he's all of a sudden, Abe, Axel. He's not exactly you don't look at him and be like, wow, that kid's going to be an athlete.
He's like you.
But I can't. No, but dude, let me tell you, man. This kid is he's the kid running the drives in soccer.
Wow.
Every
Really?
single time. He's the kid getting the rebounds at basketball and running it down and getting a basket in and I don't know what the hell got into this kid. But this year he's all into it. So I'm like, all right, well, here we go. I'm gonna have a sports kid. Let's go.
I'm telling you, I had the best season of my life, man. I really.
I
did.
know. I've been watching the shows.
The only sad part is the way they lost in the final. The way they lost in the final.
They got robbed.
They literally got robbed. The referees ruined an epic game, and it was really terrible. But I mean, it was a good and such a good group of kids. There wasn't a ball hog, a cocky, and airy. They were all such good, respectful young men. It was really, really a great experience.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Good stuff.
Willie, are your kids into sports?
Yeah, man. Well, the big one played all through high school, and then now my little one, he's a freshman this year, and he did freshman football. He does football. Growing up, sports are crazy now, man. It's like Gabe was saying, everything's a tryout. I remember when I was in high school, you went out and you played. You were on the team.
That's how it was when I was a kid. Yeah.
It's
No,
crazy.
wanted to play,
wait.
you
At what
played.
level?
Me, all
Yeah.
through high school, man.
No, they're
There was
cut.
no-
We got cut. Guys got cut left and right.
Not in my school.
You grew up down here, right, Willie?
Yeah.
Where you are, yeah. Well, maybe it wasn't. There
Hold
weren't
on.
as many
They
people.
didn't
You were in
cut players-
Chicago.
Wait, hold on. They didn't cut players for a basketball team. What if 40 kids tried out?
We didn't. Well, then again, it was a very small school. I mean, our
Okay.
entire school, including elementary, you're talking about 300-400 kids.
Oh,
You
well,
know,
that's,
nothing
yeah,
like a
that's a
big
different
high
story.
school. It's not an
Okay.
American heritage,
They never cut anybody for football because a body's a body. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, just put them in there on defense. But yeah, I mean, play.
At my son's school, they actually cut kids even on the football team. I mean,
Really?
I've never seen anything.
No,
like
I've never seen football people get cut in that level because they just put them on scout defense or whatever. I mean, you just need another body, and especially for the coaches, like, if he gets hurt, it's not the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? But basketball players always got cut, man. And they never had more than a 10, 12-man team. It wasn't a deep roster.
Well,
dude,
but that's
let me
why
tell
our
you.
school, I probably had 800 to 1,000 people in my graduating class.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
just
bigger.
that's
But dude, even elementary, when both of my kids, when they were in elementary, they had to try out, man. And you're in 5th grade, 4th grade, they're doing tryouts. Then to make it worse, the kids who made the team, they put their names on the wall, so everybody knows if you're not your name is not on the list, everybody knows you didn't make the.
Wow.
It's crazy how
That's
stuff is now.
That's what they used to do.
Oh yeah, I didn't have. I played, baseball in like the town league for 6 or 7 years. So we didn't have any of that. I always got put on the crappy team because I sucked. But
But you were part of the team.
yeah, I was part of the team. Usually, like in the league, there was always like 1 or 2 girls that played as well. And when I was a kid, they were always on my team. So my brother's like, "Don't you know that you're not good? There's girls on your team." I'm like, "Really? What the hell?"
You help with the head count so you guys can participate and play. You help.
Exactly. I was there.
It's just different times, man. Different times.
I mean, I guess it teaches them about the real world.
Now
Yeah,
you got
makes sense.
participation trophies. There's no such thing as participation trophies when I was young and whatnot, or playing ball. So
No,
no.
I think
no.
we still got participation trophies, but there were awards for top players and top score. Like they did real awards too, but
Right.
everybody just for playing for the season did get a trophy.
I don't know if they got. I mean, I don't know because we came in second. So, he got 1 trophy at the end of the season for finishing second place in the thing, and then they got 1 for the tournament. I forget what they call it. The semi, being second place in the postseason play.
I didn't play in high school, Tim. Just to be clear, I was absolutely not athletic enough. I ran a lot in high school, but I did not. I did drama in high school. Obviously.
Michael Jordan didn't make it his freshman year.
That's right. They didn't make that. They didn't make it. They didn't make it JV.
Well, Willie, listen, I want to thank you for jumping on and joining us for our drop. This was an epic release for us to come back to Ming, working with Drew Estate again, as always, one of our favorite partners. And I love working with you on projects, man. You're always making great stuff for us, Willie, and deeply appreciate it.
Man.
Deeply appreciate it. Ming Undercrown 10 Ming is now for sale for all TGS ticket holders. It is available in the TGS store. It is not sold out, I guarantee you. It might be sold out the way it's going by tomorrow or the next day, but it will remain in that store until it's sold out. If you have a Great Smoke ticket, just go to thegreatsmoke.com, enter the TGS store. If you hear anybody who thought it was sold out, you can talk to them tomorrow, let them know. For right now, they are still available. But thank you so much once again for joining us, Willie. Always a pleasure, my friend.
All right, fellas. I'll see you soon.
Give my
So good to
regards
see
to
you,
your
Willie.
lovely family, all right?
Will do, brother.
All right, Paul, thank you for joining us. It's good to see your face once in a while. And Richie, way to pop the cherry.
Obviously, yeah, 100%. They are in stock. To everyone that keeps on messaging me and sending me messages, we have in stock. We definitely have some, so you guys can definitely take it back.
All right, catch us this week, KMA Talk Radio. As always, best way to start your Saturdays. And if you aren't a member, go to Smoking Social on Facebook. It's our private Facebook group. Always a lot of fun and cool things in that project. Appreciate it all. Good night, everybody. Until next time, keep it lit.